I've never heard of this term borrow in my life. Man, just cut out the middle and hang it up and go, can I touch? No! No!
Welcome to the show.
So this edition of Tuesday Morning Shenanigans is we're gonna switch it up a bit and we're gonna talk about toys. Here's another topic that collectors like to talk about, and that is they have their own definition of what they call a figure, but something that doesn't move, they don't call that a figure. What's your opinion on that? They call it a statue, basically.
Right.
Or a model.
Or a model, but to me, my opinion is, well, if the figure is stagnant, it has a fixed pose, and it comes with a stand that it's glued to,
so
then that's probably a statue.
Yeah, that's what I think.
No
too.
bendable, no nothing.
No bendable, no nothing. And that qualifies for X plus. Yeah, no.
I mean, the key word is action. You know what I mean?
No, but the
figure.
See,
You know what I mean?
the
So,
best
like,
action
it's-
figure is the best way to have an action figure is an in-action figure because it's worth more later.
Well,
Okay, well,
here's
Yes.
here's how
Walt
I.
Flanagan, everybody.
That was Kevin Smith that said it. Good job. At least you know where I got it from.
Well,
No, but it's Walt that
Yeah.
doesn't open up his.
I
Well,
think-
like, here's the thing. That's where I believe buying 2 of each is fine. That way, in case
Yeah,
something
yeah,
happens
you
to
go
the
out
other
one.
one.
I gotta buy 2 of each.
Well, I
It's
did
a lot.
like I opened up 2 of my portraits of pirates because the boxes were damaged from shipping
Oh
it
yeah,
over.
that's a good.
So
Yeah,
like
that's
I
why
was
I do
like, you know
corner
what?
stuff.
It's already ruined. I might as well just bring it out and have fun with it and
Yeah.
display it.
There's-
And I always think like I can always get another one.
Yeah.
And hope that the box keeps its integrity, and then that would be my collector's one. You know what I mean?
It's sort of like this unwritten rule that those who buy 2 of each thing, there's an unwritten rule that when you do go that route, the ones that stay in a box, you have to have the one whose box is in the best condition.
Best condition, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
The ones that are busted up, it gives us make it much easier to open it because it's like, the box is damaged anyway. So you know what? Now that I think about it, going back to what you spoke about before about not caring about standards when we were kids, in a sense, my mom taught me on how to shop for toys, and here's what she did. Every time I said, can you buy this for me? She says, okay. She took every single figure of the same thing off from the hooks, and then she would look at every single one of them and look for paint scuffs and all that kind of stuff. And she says, this one's the best condition, therefore you should get that. And that stuck with me. So every time when I go toy hunting at Walmart, I take like Transformers or whatever, and I look at
you look at every single one.
thing.
Yeah. No, I do that too. Like every time, like whenever I'm hunting for like Funko Pops, I look at every single one, and I even ask the guys like at Hot Topic, like, do you guys have any in the back? I want to see what you guys have in the back, because this one has this, blah blah blah, these flaws and stuff like that, and they will bring it out, and I'll be like, okay, I'll take this one right here.
Yeah, but
I'll take the best one out of whatever they have.
Well, what's funny? Well, a funny thing is though, like as a kid, I look for the best quality only to take them out and play with them, so I get banged up later. But I started to be more subconscious when I was in middle school. Back when Irwin Toys, they got licensing from Bandai to reproduce Dragon Ball Z figures. So I bought like Perfect Cell and all these other kinds of things. It's the same mold, but now it's from an American company. But as I look for the best quality, at that time I started to get more subconscious on not even opening it out of the packaging. So I had a few that stayed in the packaging, but the ones that I did open, I actually cringed for a moment. I said, oh, I should keep these in a display case.
Now, you know how earlier we all talked about how we didn't really take care of our toys as a kid?
Yeah.
Like, what made you want to take care of your toys better as you were younger? Or did you even bother?
Well, I went through a phase. So when I was younger, I like going back to the Hasbro WWF figures. Oh, of course I had to play them because I'm watching TV, and when
did it come out underneath a new brand after Hasbro, or were they strictly Hasbro for a long
it
time?
came out after Jax Pacific.
Okay, yeah.
But
That's what I thought.
that was towards the late 90s. I think as early as
That was
maybe.
when Big Boss Man's figure was in the heel form, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I
So
had those figures. I didn't really have the other
I
ones.
think they came out in maybe 96, maybe.
I want to say 97.
97.
Like, that's when I remember actually getting those figures.
They had this funny gimmick where it had this bone crunching sound. So if you grab it by the
Yeah.
ankle and you twist it, you hear like bone crunching.
What was your story of how you went from just constantly wrecking your toys to protect them?
It was. I think it was just like from when I was a kid, I was a very tidy kid. So I think that habit just kind of like transferred. Yeah, just kind of transferred into like taking care of everything that I own. Like I remember points in time where like even like when I was collecting the Marvel cards back in the early '90s, like I would bring my collections to show my friends, but not one of them could touch it.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I have trouble
when,
trusting it.
yeah, when I noticed I started to like take care of myself more when I didn't allow anyone else to touch it except for myself.
You probably had more anxiety if they said, "Oh, can I borrow this?"
Yeah, no,
no.
Yeah, no. I'm hyperventilating.
Yeah. You want to borrow? Will I even get it back and in the same shape
What's
it was
this
in?
borrow you speak of?
Right.
I've never heard of this term borrow in my life. Man, just cut out the middle and hang it up and go, can I touch? No! No.
Oh, my jackpot. You go there. In Tropic Thunder.
Yeah. Hey, can I? No, you go there.
Alright, so Garrett just walked in. Special guest, how you doing? So the topic for that we were just talking about is like keeping our toys fresh. Was there a point where you felt like, you know, I need to tone things down and keep things as simple as possible?
For the most part, no, because as I was growing up, I mostly had Legos, and what would happen, I would actually build it, like whatever it was, no matter how big, I'd build it up, look at it for like a week, and be like, this thing sucks, and I'd break it down and build all my own.
Well, yeah, they're meant to be broken
Yeah.
down.
Exactly.
This isn't the Lego movie where you use Craggle to keep it.
right.
You don't super glue things together,
Right,
sir.
Yeah. But after a while, especially after my parents actually got divorced, my mom started getting me Nerf guns because I don't know, I just really liked guns at that point.
No, we all here know what Nerf stands for, right?
Just Nerf for nothing?
No. Non-expanding recreational foam.
Of course.
Yeah.
I just
So
remember the
that's
slogan.
because, well, because when Nerf started, it was actually just a fencing set, but that was being around the time where water toys were taking
Oh,
over.
really?
So yeah, they found out a way to make sure rubber or foam wouldn't expand and it would absorb water for kids to just have fun with. Then it came out to this giant
Like the
thing.
noodle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
a scaled down noodle.
Still being made to this day, I believe.
Just like
But yeah, like to this day, I actually still have like a whole bunch of my old original Nerf guns. Like my very first one was actually the long strike, and it's actually the most beat up because I hated the way that looked with like its bipod. I ended up breaking it off, and then when I looked at it, I was like, okay, this looks a whole lot better. But now that I'm older, I realized that was a huge mistake. So once I actually started learning more about keeping like your old toys and stuff in better condition, they're worth more, and they're also just collectibles. At that point on, I would play with my Nerf guns and stuff, but then I would never take them outside and like run around with them with my friends. We kept it strictly inside, and then even at that, if I see them, like somebody, like I hear like kind of like the plastic like rubbing against each other, I'm like, hey! I'm like, what are you doing? And then they're like, we want to play with Nerf guns. I'm like, no, put them back. And mostly that came around actually when I turned 14 or something. I was with my dad, and he pulled out his old Star Wars toys. And for my present, he's like, hey, you know, I don't have all this money and stuff, but I want you to have this. And he gave me his old Star Wars Tauntaun with a rider, because he had both the Tauntaun that you could stick Luke inside its belly, and just the regular one that you could ride.
What?
Before we go on, I want to add more to the story. You know, like this whole talk about keeping your toys inside when you play with them. Sad story. I had a Razor scooter, and I only rode it inside the house.
So you had a Razor scooter, never outside.
Never outside, only around the dining table.
Were you Bubba or something?
No. It was in the, again, I immediately, at that point, I was at the,
He set up some table, the kitchen table, some chairs, and he's like,
I don't set them up. I don't set them up.
I never thought I'd say this, but was your house carpet or tile?
It was tiled.
Okay, I was gonna say that must have been fun as hell. This carpet.
Yeah, like no, I didn't.
I'm not moving, mama.
how does this thing work?
Because I was at at the point where I was obsessed at keeping my toys fresh, and when I took the Razor scooter up, a part of me felt bad about taking it outside where where the wheels would get dirty and stuff like that, or worn down. The only thing I could think of where I could ride it and keep it fresh is to just
Right inside.
I don't even want to see you get a brand new car, man.
I'll put it this way, right?
Move the couch
I feel like he's leaving that on. Like there's a treadmill in his house. He turned the treadmill on. He was going on the treadmill.